Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday. It's the end of the day right now, but it's funny because I've been at work all day and I kind of missed the Apple conference, as they were doing it live on the tweeting and stuff like that. I was able to follow along, but I'm actually here at home now. I'm about to have some dinner and I'm going to try to watch some of the conference. And I'll probably give like my opinions and what I think about it after I watch the whole thing. And well, everyone, I just got through finished watching the Apple event, and I've got to say, some of the things were interesting. We'll start off with some of the beginning stuff. They, first of all, are going to announce iWork for free on most all new devices, basically iPhone, iPad Mini, things like that, which seemed kind of cool. Same thing with iMovie and iPhoto. It seems like a nice move, but it makes me think, what are they going to do with all the people that have already purchased it on their older devices? I mean, is there going to be some kind of credit or something? Or, and if you have a newer device, like if you already have like an iPhone 5, for example, could you get in on that? I have no idea how they're going to try to enforce that, but that was just some questions that rose up in my head. The next thing, though, is going to be when they actually announced the actual iPhone 5C and the 5S. They're doing two models. The 5C is supposed to take over, supposed to replace the 5 that's out right now. They're completely, basically discontinuing the iPhone 5, which to me seems kind of dumb. I think the reason why they're doing this is because it costs them a lot less money for the plastic back iPhone 5s. Than to make like the aluminum iPhone 5s. When I say the first iPhone 5s, I mean like the iPhone 5C. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the designs look interesting and nice, but basically you're just getting this in a color. That's it. And to me, that just is not appealing at all. I mean, I like the fact that they dropped the price for the 16 gigabyte being $99 and the 32 being $199. That's interesting and all, but it's not really that wow factor, And the same thing's got to go for the iPhone 5S. I really wasn't that impressed with it. Usually Apple will do something like they'll take a chance on something, even if it's something that nobody would ever see coming. Like I don't know, like even the longer screen was just a chance that they considered it a chance. But I mean, from the transition from iPhone 3GS to iPhone 4 was big, and iPhone 4S to 5 was and now they've got the iPhone 5S that literally the only thing that's different is the camera, which is now slightly better, and it has new flash on it, which quite frankly, when I take a good picture, I have my camera with me or a higher quality camera. But I mean, if I know I'm going to go somewhere, I usually have a camera with me. But that's beside the point. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the little sensor on the home button on the 5S. It seemed like a good idea, but here's my biggest thing is that they didn't really show people if you can still put in a passcode and have the sensor in case like let's say you drop your phone and it breaks or it stops working. What are you going to do then? And that also goes to the fact of like, well, let's say somebody sells you their phone and they forgot to take the passcode off. What do? I mean, with most people nowadays, usually you go into DFU mode, you put the firmware back in, and you're good to go. But I mean, they didn't really say anything about that. I mean, of course, they're not really going to say anything, but I'm actually curious to see what happens with their. That's pretty much the highlights of it. I mean, I'm trying to keep it within 60 seconds ish, but. That's the highlight of what just happened, basically, and quite frankly, it was kind of disappointing, really. The only interesting things, like I said, were the free applications and the fingerprint sensor, and that's their big chance move that they were discussing, or that I was discussing earlier about, where they'll take a chance on something. I really wanted to see them try to incorporate something like maybe NFC technology, because that's starting to become very popular. But the fingerprint thing, it makes me think a lot about security and things like that, because I know they say they don't store anything on their servers, but you never know. I mean, I guess that's just me being very optimistic. I don't know. But tell you what, I'm very tired, and this vlog's been going on for quite a while now, so I tell you what, let's meet back same time, same place tomorrow, shall we? I forgot how good it felt to have a cup of coffee in the morning. The problem, though, is coffee is very addictive. I know, because I used to drink like 2-3 cups of coffee a day just to get by. And I'm gonna have to probably just start setting, like, you know,